Welcome, adventurers, to Explorers of El Moral, where we trust the heart of the dice, the stories cut deep, and the world is one we've built ourselves.
Get ready to join our crew of adventurers as we dive into a brand new homebrew adventure setting full of magic, mystery, mayhem, and just a little bit of murder. Players and listeners, fortify yourselves and be sure to precast your buffs. Let's get rolling.
Explorers of El Moral, bound for Mordoon shore, 5 heading north through wind and frost to find ancient lovers' lore. They're chasing gold through frost and fog as gods watch from the stars. 2 runaways and 1 dumb quest for manhood, guts and scars. They fight, they freeze, they fake brave words, then run as best they can. But gods be damned, they're heading north to find what makes a man.
Good evening, adventurers. I'm Criven, your dungeon master, and here tonight I am joined by...
I'm Shara, and I'm playing Augustine Thornbottom II, the boy who's gonna be a man.
I'm Chris, I play Auni, the Warforged Monk.
I'm Ian, and I play Dimitri, a human sorcerer.
Welcome back, everyone. We left off last time with the group having made their way through the city, acquiring 2 different jobs, and having a few encounters along the way. We last left off with the group at the Lucky Hook Inn, Dinkle having just brought Augustine his noble and valiant steed, and the rest of the group inside of the Lucky Hook Inn, acquiring your accommodations for the night before tackling whatever quest you want to go for, or if you want to explore the city more. So with that, we flash to the group inside of the Lucky Hook Inn. Augustine and Dinkle are probably still outside, and we have Auni, Nico, Dimitri, and that's everyone, right? Inside, you are first greeted by Nico and the owner Stanley seeing each other, where you hear Stanley call out to Nico, "Oh, there he is, there he is! It is a good day to have you back here in the tundras, my friend." Nico then responds, "Oh, Stanley, you are too kind, you are too kind. I have brought some friends and we are in need of a place to stay. Is it possible that we could shack up here for a little bit at your chateau?" Well, Nico, as much as I would love for you to stay here with us, I unfortunately do not have any openings for, I think, the next 2 weeks. But in the next 2 weeks, after those have passed, my friend, you are very welcome to come stay here with your friends. The same deal as the last time. Oh, yes, of course, yes. My friends are very willing to help out around the inn if you need dishes and whatnot.
There also seems to be a lack of vacancy.
Yeah, Nico looks over at the rest of the group, and it's probably at this point that Dinkle and Augustine have joined as well.
Oh, what a shame! I guess we're gonna have to stay somewhere else then. Somewhere with a hot bath.
Gus, you did mention that you knew Bellevue. What was the person that owns the city?
The Bellevilles.
Belleville.
And I know of them.
Well, maybe
Perhaps they know of me, the heir to the Thornbottom Empire.
maybe you could persuade them to give us a room.
Oh, I'm sure they would give me a room. I'm sure they would be exceptionally excited to see me and meet another Thornbottom. But, that might be a challenge. You see, you're not a noble like me. You're a commoner, right?
I could be noble. I mean, I could dress.
Dear sir, there's no such thing as could be noble. You either are or you are not. You must be born into it, like me and my father.
And your mother?
Of course, my mother too. I could not forget sweet dear mummy.
There isn't a very audible grunt that comes from Auni when Gus mentions his status and there's, noble and a commoner.
Well, I see just you and me, two human people. Don't see much difference. We're still bone under our skin.
I happen to be part elf from my father's side.
Couldn't tell.
I think my ears are a little pointed, right? They're not pointed.
While you're having this conversation together, Nico is talking to Stanley here a bit more, and then we'll turn to you all and say, well, Stanley has informed me that the other two inns that would have any room, seems there is a large amount of new arrivals here at the moment. The Bear's Rest and the Battered Hatch are the only two places that should have rooms.
Right, are they next door?
No.
They're close, right?
The Bear's Rest is up the tunnel, past the market, and all the way up to the north edge. And
The light in my eyes leaves.
and then he's like, and the Battered Hatch is on the Darkwood Island.
Which we were just at, right?
Yes, we could
Yeah.
again take a skiff. Or I did hear that Dinkle secured you a...
We're taking a skiff.
Yes, a skiff it will be. I hope that your new steed is okay with being on a boat.
My noble horse. She will go.
Yes, I cannot wait to see it. It sounds quite grand the way that you speak of it.
Which of these other two accommodations are likely to cost less in terms of gold?
Well, the Battered Hatch would be our best bet. I believe we actually walked right by it on our way.
That sounds like the correct choice, then.
Which one is that one again? Is that the one that's all the way back at the wards?
Yes. It's right in the middle of the Darkwood.
With your favorite fragrance.
Oh my. I cannot go on. Dinkle, you're gonna have to carry me.
I will carry you to Mucky. And then Mucky can carry you.
Very well. Take me to my steed.
Dinkle will pull you aside for a moment. Sir, Augustine?
Miss Dinkle.
Remember what your father talked about?
What do... No, I don't remember.
He's...
Oh, Dinkle, don't look at me like that. It's tough. It's a lot of walking. I'm trying my best. My feet hurt, though. These shoes are too thin, and there's lots of mud. Can I have to step delicately so I don't get mud on my fancy pants?
We will get you better boots in the morning.
Fancy pants.
If we take a skiff, we don't have to walk all the way, right?
Yes, no, we will take a skiff, but Augustine, please, we will not stay in the good graces of these companions of ours for very long if you complain the whole time.
I'm not complaining that much, really. Dinkle, really, it's actually quite a bit less than I usually do, right? And my complaints are very reasonable. But, alright, I'll try. I'll put on a brave face.
Try you must.
Alright, stiff upper lip, yes.
Posture check.
There's no dust on my shoulders. Alright, Dinkle, I'm gonna be a man. Men don't complain.
Oh, laces.
Alright, other men, are you ready to go?
He watches you take your first step, and he kept calling out to you laces, and you are gonna need to make a dexterity save to not trip over your laces. Dexterity saving throw.
A 13.
13! You're gonna stumble, but you're not gonna fall faceplant.
I fall to like maybe one knee, and then immediately get back up, like looking around to see if anyone saw. Alright, men, let's move on out.
Well, the Lord has spoken. Let us move out.
Auni's already outside.
You're like on the skiff. It's like wading through the water and you're waving goodbye as you cross the...
Very bold of you to assume that Annie would wave.
This is true. So, the plan is to take a skiff to the Battered Hatch. If you're taking a skiff, that's the first place you would get to.
Yes.
This place sounds awful. I can't wait.
You hop on the skiff and step onto the boat. Mucky doesn't love it and takes a little coaxing, but eventually will then stand with his head up, slightly raised in the sea breeze, looking like he enjoys the travel pace a little bit as you cross the water. And then we flash to you all arriving at the Battered Hatch building. Standing outside of it, you see that the Battered Hatch stands like an old sea dog. Scarred and sturdy, timber walls are patched with mismatched planks, and the paint has long since peeled into a gray-blue husk. But every board is secure by probably too many nails. You can see the building is leaning just a little bit to the side, as if bowing to the harbor wind. And the roof's been reinforced with some fresh tar. The namesake, a hatch above the door, split and iron-bound, now swings on a chain. A weathered figurehead of a siren, salvaged from a wrecked ship, stares down blankly at you all. And you are looking at the Battered Hatch, which is, again, probably not the nicest place. But it does have rooms.
Oh, for God's sake!
This looks cheap. Excellent.
I've been through worse.
This can't be happening.
Gus, you could just stay outside then.
What? With the smelly fish and the animals and rats and roaches?
Yes, they'll give you quite the company.
I look over at Dinkle.
Dinkle, he's looking a little worried. And he'll then say,
Lord Augustine, if we need to, perhaps the Bear's Rest is the place for us.
Annie turns around and looks at Dinkle and says,
Why? We are trying to earn money. Wouldn't it make the most sense to limit our expenditure of money while we are doing that?
The rest of you can stay here. We'll take this young one up to a place with proper beds, if it is what he desires.
It's alright, Dinkle. I'll tough it out. Because that's what men do.
he nods and he's like,
Let's get inside. Nico, we fucked up. We need to get a drink. I really need one. Let's get inside.
and Dinkle's like snapped a little bit there. He's like, starts walking into the inn without even like waiting for Augustine to tell him to.
Oh, right, yes. Alright, inside everyone.
Time for your first drink, Gus.
As you walk in, you can see that the tavern is dim, but cozy in its own grimy way. Thick red cedar beams arch overhead, darkened by years of pipe smoke. The floorboards creak below your feet with each step, but they hold, and a long stone hearth flickers with orange light from a fire. There's a handful of circular tables scarred with knife marks and initials, but you can see that they get sanded down and varnished pretty frequently, at least recently in their current state. The scent of salt, smoke, and spilled drink lingers in the air, and a few patrons shout and occasionally break out into a song. You can hear dice clattering and an occasional chair topple. There's a mutual understanding here at the Battered Hatch. Enjoy yourself and company, but don't break the furniture.
I have a permanent look of disgust on my face, but I don't say anything.
You can see the common patrons or sailors between jobs, dock hands getting drunk on their off time. Some occasional seedy types with cloaks and hoods as they talk in hushed conversation at private tables. There might even be an information broker or two lurking to find some free drinks and sharp ears here. The bartender will see you enter. So you see Mela, the owner of this place, who's behind the bar currently. A half-orc with a large scar across one eye, her left eye, that is now cloudy with blindness. She looks at you all and welcomes you to the Battered Hatch.
Welcome. What'll it be?
And hands you a drink menu.
I'll have one alcohol.
Ale, wine, whatever you have.
So on the menu you see there's something called the Storm Grog. There is the Bilgewater Brew, the Brine Fire Whiskey, the Dockside cider, and something called the Salty Dog that comes in as a shot. There is another thing on the menu called Bottomless Grog.
Bottomless grog.
So Storm Grog is 2 silver pieces. It's a briny, eye-watering mix of cheap rum, black pepper, and something vaguely citrusy, if you're lucky. Served in a dented, chipped tin mug, this house special can also be ordered as a Make It a Wreck, which includes some additional pickle brine, and a large pickled cucumber and some olives. The Bilgewater Brew is a dark, watery ale made in the dock ward here. Tastes like regret, but gets the job done. That's 5 copper pieces. The Brinefire Whiskey is a sharp imported spirit with a smoky, briny kick that burns all the way down. You can get an optional pickled crab leg as a garnish for a silver piece. The Dockside Cider is a surprisingly crisp and sweet fermented drink made from pine honey apples and brown sugar. One of the few things here that doesn't taste like seawater. There is the Salty Dog shot for a silver piece, which is a clear, pungent liquid, served with a salted rim and a slice of pickled onion. And then the Bottomless Grog for a silver piece. This grog is made with the melted snow from the roof above, mixed with the cheapest rum available, served in salt-lined tankards. This will get you violently drunk and feeling like a spring chicken. That is until the next morning, when you will feel like a mining pick is being pressed into the brain slowly.
1 cider for myself, and Gus, I feel like you do well with the salt dog shot.
I'm sorry, a what?
Nico smiles. Nico smiles and is like, I think a round of the salty dog shot for everybody. A toast to our adventures.
Yes, yes.
Very well.
Auni is searching for the sturdiest chair he can find. Or sturdiest looking chair, at least.
Make a investigation or perception check to find the best chair.
That's definitely going to be perception.
There's also a food menu that you get handed after you make your drink orders.
12 on perception.
12 on perception. You find a nice, sturdy-looking stool that can take your weight.
I plop myself down on it.
So they take the order of a round of salty dog shots for everyone, and then you wanted a shot of, or a cider, Dimitri.
Yes.
If that's all the drink orders, they will take your order and disappear into the back for a little bit. When you're looking around, you see there's some posters in this place. There's some portraits of people hanging on the walls. Then there's a big banner, and you see something along the lines of there's like a big crest, and then KTT, and then on a banner underneath that crest you can see a knife toss tournament. And then there's like portraits of these people. Some of them are holding a knife in their portrait, that kind of thing.
I think Dimitri would walk up to that poster and take a look.
So it's more of like a there's like all these portraits, and then there's this like hanging banner with a crest, and you walk up to it and you can see there's a small placard that talks about the knife toss tournament. It's held every other night here at the Battered Hatch, and it takes place with 5 throws, and the first to stick all 5 into the barrel lid wins the pot. The pot of gold, and gets your portrait up on the wall.
I'd be interested to see how I do. Gus, how are your throwing skills?
Oh, sometimes I throw snowballs or mud balls, and I don't actually know. I don't throw a lot of things.
Yeah, time to practice. Auni, how about you?
I can throw.
Could be a good opportunity to, do some bonding.
It's at this point that your drinks will show up, and then they'll ask if you want any food. I posted in there, in the Roll20 chat, the different food that's available. Various, bar food. The fisherman's fry-up, the squid bits and slop bread, the crab knuckle pie, the griddle cakes and grease, or the hatchboard platter, and then a assortment of pickles. Dinkle will order the hatchboard platter for Augustine and say that this is probably what you'll like the most. He's like, split it with me, come on. He's like trying to make you feel like it's your own idea.
Alright. If I split it with him, though, I will eat like 99% of what's on it.
That's fine. That's fine. He'll order more if he needs to. And Nico will, after taking his, he takes the drink and holds it up to you all, and he's like, "A toast to our adventures." And when the drink goes down, it's as described, a very pungent liquor with that salted rim. It has a little tiny slice of pickled onion in it. It tastes just like the sea, but with a extra burn behind it.
Auni looks down at this glass of liquid that's been presented in front of him, and looks up to Nico and says,
What do you expect me to do with this?
He holds up his hands, and shrugs a little bit. Sorry, is this not something that you can consume?
No. I don't eat or drink.
You don't eat or drink at all? You've never had the luscious taste of a veal steak
No.
marinated in Burberry wine
No.
with the side of cut potatoes?
No.
What an awful life.
I only have 4 senses. Taste is the one that I am lacking. My understanding is that smell commonly affects taste. I've only heard that from secondhand knowledge.
I don't know nothing about that, but I know chocolate cake tastes really good.
yeah, Auni looks at Gus and just doesn't know how to respond.
Dinkle will have pounded his salty dog shot and clanked it down on the table, and with a satisfying
Say, Auni, if you aren't able to drink it. And Gus, I need to check yours for poison. Auni, if you're not going to drink yours, I would certainly be able to take care of this problem.
It does indeed seem like a waste. I can deal with it.
Auni gets up and takes the shot glass back to the bar and says that he wishes to return it. He sets it down and then walks away, or walks back to the table.
The barkeep looks at you confused and doesn't quite know what to do. And then Dinkle looks over at Augustine in the shot in front of him. It's like,
My lord, let me taste it first.
Very well. I hand it over to him.
he will lift it up to the lamp and look at its clarity, give it a sniff, and then look at you a little concerned, and then he'll throw it back in one swift motion, and then a big flush come to his cheeks. He's like,
Oh, my lord, I'm so glad that I checked. This was poison.
What? Did the bartender try to poison me?
No. It would be poisonous just to you. Just to you.
Oh no! They have a poison specifically for me!
Yes.
They must know that I'm a noble society.
Yes, did you? Your dad, your father, he told me. He told me to test all of it and make sure that you're not allergic, that it won't be poisonous.
Thank you, Dinkle. I think you've saved my life.
I will go ask and see if there is something that perhaps would not be.
Yes, see if they have one that doesn't have the poison that affects me.
Very well.
and he'll stand up and go over to the bar where he sees the shot that Auni put down, and he'll sleight of hand grab it and toss it back as well.
I give Nico a look. Did we just?
I'm gonna roll the sleight of hand, and I'll let you know if your passive perception sees
No,
it.
not with the 19.
Oh, there's no fucking way you see that with a 19. There's just like he just walks up to the bar. You don't even see any sign of him grabbing it. But when he walks away, you might notice that the glass isn't there. He'll come walking back to the table, and he has what looks like the cider that you ordered, Dimitri. And he'll walk up and take a tiny little sip of it and smile, and then put it down in front of you, Augustine. Say,
Here you go, Lord. This one is safe. I've already tasted.
All right. Thank you, Dinkle. I don't know where I'd be without you.
Bottoms up.
All right, here I go.
so when you drink it, it's like an apple juice that you had with a bunch of ice in it that you then like left on the table. That the ice is now all melted and it's more than half or maybe even more water. It seems like you didn't see him do it, but at some point he drank half of the cider and then filled it with water and then brought it over to you.
This is alcohol. I really don't see what all the buzz is about. It just tastes like a fruit drink. It's kind of good, actually. I like the subtle notes of, what is that? Apple juice? Apples?
It's pretty nice, the sweet crisp.
I quite like it.
Of the apples, and I think it's, the brown sugar.
They put sugar in the alcohol? Yum. I want another one of these, Dinkle.
See, my lord, not everything is so bad here in the city.
Wow. Why did they make it seem like alcohol was only for adults? This is quite yummy. Is this what it is? All the secrets of manhood are just learning that everything is much better when you're an adult.
Any comments from the people that are sort of adults in the group?
I just smack Gus's back.
How old are you, precisely, human child?
I'm 17 years old. Maybe. I look away.
You're unsure.
Well, I'm almost 17. In 2 or 3 years, I'm almost a man. All I have to do is go and make a name for myself, and my age won't matter at all then.
Nico will have gone up to the bar to put in his food order, where he's gonna go ahead and grab the crab knuckle pie, and then he comes walking back with some punch cards that he throws out onto the table for each of you to have, since you've all had one salty dog shot. It seems that the Battered Hatch offers a punch card here for their signature drink. If you buy 5, you get your 6th drink free. So each of you have a punch card with 1 punch in it, and then he informs you that he was able to secure rooms here for the night for those of you that want them.
Auni looks at his card and then just puts it down on the table and doesn't pick it back up again.
What about you, Dimitri? What is your age?
I
know age is important to humans, so I'm curious.
I'm like 22.
See.
I'll be 23 soon. But I've been on my own for a few years.
Not completely familiar with age customs. Is what, a 5-year difference between you and the human child?
I would say so. Though I was on my own long before.
See. You certainly seem different in aptitude, so I was curious. It seems like there is a significant difference.
Experience.
But yes, that makes sense.
That Auni just turns his head back and just stares down at the table.
When you are staring at the table, Nico will get everyone's attention and be like, well, everybody, we have rooms for the night. Augustine, are you going to... You are staying here, yes? They have room.
Yes. This is where the men are staying, and I am a man.
So he'll relay that it is a silver piece for each of you to stay here for the night. So each of you go ahead and take a silver piece out of your inventory, and that will get you a private room for yourself with a bed, a footlocker, and a it's a communal bathroom here. So you'll have to deal with that. But you secure your room here for the night, and then Nico will also bring up, what do we want to do next? Do you want to go get those flowers and whatnot? Do you want to explore the rest of the city? We have the rest of the day ahead of us. Oh, and Dinkle, slow down over there, buddy. And you look over at the bar, you see Dinkle is getting he's getting a bottomless grog cup.
During this entire time, can I do a sleight of hand to switch my cider with Gus's?
Oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely, go for it. So, yeah, sleight of hand check. Anyone have a passive perception higher than 15?
Mine is 15.
Okay, so Auni, you would notice.
Mine is not higher than 15.
Dinkle is yeah, he has no idea. Gus, what's your passive perception?
9.
9.
Nice.
Nice. So Audi, you notice, but do you do anything is the real question.
No, Auni doesn't. Auni maybe thinks it's a little odd, but otherwise doesn't care. He doesn't really have a point of reference. He doesn't realize that. Gus's drink is definitely watered down. So he just thinks it's odd that, I don't know, maybe Dimitri likes the look of Gus's one better than his, and if that's the
Yeah.
case, Auni really doesn't care.
Okay.
Right. What are we going to do? Drink more. I would like to drink more. See the city and maybe pluck some flowers.
Dimitri is fork deep in this crab meat pie.
Mhm,
He's just nodding his head, and he's like chewing, and then eventually he gets it down enough and takes a break between scarfing this up that he's like, I think that I have a few things I could get in the market. Then we should get out there before we lose too much daylight. Get these flowers and get back.
There does seem to be a time limit on procuring the flowers, and besides, I do want to get into that mage's school, and perhaps doing the flower gathering job for them would be a good way in. I do not know if they are open to the public by default.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he would know either. If they just like let people walk around.
Well, let's chug our drinks real quick and we can go shopping.
Alrighty.
I raise my glass to Gus.
Alright.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate! I take a big swig.
Big gulp.
Actually burns this time. It's a bit sweeter, but it has a good, strong 18% alcohol kick that burns the back of your throat. And I don't think you've...
Let's go.
I mean, you could tell me better than I guess, but I don't know if you've ever had something that would taste like this before.
I think if it's not tasting like cider, I drop my cup and it clatters to the ground, and I grab my throat. Tiku! Tiku!
He comes...
I've been poisoned! Somebody's poisoned me!
You see you see his bottomless grog tankard go flying in the air as his arms just react and throw themselves into the air.
Oh!
I dramatically fall to the ground.
I told you.
No! Oh no! We've only just
He
begun
starts-
my journey into manhood! And this is how I go!
Stay with me. Stay with me.
Hold
No.
my hand! Hold my hand, Diku! Tell my mother that I loved her!
Who did this?
Oh, my mouth, it hurts! It hurts! Oh.
Dinkle's looking around at everyone and looking at the each of the other party members, and he is going to insight check the group to see if
I'm
he
writhing
can,
on the ground next to
by
him.
just your
Dramatically.
like just by your body language, if he can tell who may be responsible for this.
Oh my god, I rolled terrible with my deception.
Oh, I am poisoned.
I rolled a 10.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's gonna look over at you, and he can see just the crack of a smile on your face, and he's gonna give you a wink when he looks over.
Okay.
He gives you this visible and clear wink to you, Dimitri, and he's like,
Dimitri, no.
Me?
Did you?
I mean, I had to.
Diku!
I've been watching you this whole time. Are you?
and then he pauses. He's like,
From Vintry? No!
and then he does a dramatic fawn.
I can see the light. Go, goat. It's so bright. Please, please, I'm too young. I'm too young.
Auni gets up from his chair, he leans down, he grabs Gus and pulls him to his feet again.
You're not dying.
But I've been poisoned.
Dinkle will grab a glass of water and splash it into your face.
Is this how you get rid of it?
And he looks at the rest of the people. More water! More water!
Gus, That's real alcohol.
This cannot be alcohol. I was vile. If I knew the taste of poison, it would be this. I already feel flush and red and warm, like the poison is taking hold. Yes, I can feel it. It's in my stomach, and it burns all the way down.
Dinkle keeps grabbing glasses of water and splashing it into your face. And it's at this point that you see he cracks a smile. Another splash hits your face.
No, there's no way this could be alcohol. Alcohol is sweet and apple-flavored and delicious.
As you're going through the throes of all of this, Dinkle starts laughing.
Dinkle, how can you be laughing as I'm dying? Father is going to be so angry with you.
Oh, Lord Augustine, it seems that you have taken your first step to becoming a man.
This manhood and endurance of poison?
That was not poison. That was actual alcohol, sir. Dimitri or someone must have switched your glass.
That would be me. I switched glasses.
Dinkle would never allow you to drink poison.
But that means... But if that was alcohol, then what was I drinking before?
Just watered down alcohol. You are still a young man.
So? Are you saying you gave me watered down alcohol? Well, I have to say, it tasted much better than this. Ugh, it tasted awful.
You might like the grog, then.
Grog?
And he walks over and fills up his tankard out of this self-serve bottomless grog thing, and he'll hand you the salted inner cup of this is salted, like a big lion of salt. It is gonna burn, but it is kind of watery.
I take like half a sip and spit it back out into the cup. Oh, you cannot be serious. This is awful.
You get used to it.
But why would you want to? Is this really what's gonna make me a man? Is it man juice?
What?
No. And then Nico's like,
You know, maybe we shouldn't continue drinking.
Nico's like, that is a unfortunate use of
What is
words.
this?
No. No, do not call it man
No,
juice
please
again.
don't.
But if it makes me a man, and it's a beverage, how much do I have to drink to be a man?
I'd say if you have enough of this bottomless grog, if you have this next drink, you would probably start to feel the effects of alcohol, which might change your opinion on and give you a clear perspective as to why people drink.
It's too disgusting. I set it back down. I hand it back to Dinkle.
Yeah. Okay. He will smile and say, "You don't need to like it. It's okay."
Maybe another time.
Well, we should get going soon. We should go to market and find things and then go get the flowers.
Yes, that sounds much better. Why don't we all go pick flowers instead of drinking swill?
The bartender gives you a stink look. I think.
Apologies, good sir. I'm sure your swill is delicious to some.
Nico will have finished his food and you'll hear his chair grind into the floor as he stands up, and it's like, all right, to the market, I think, to find some things, and then let's go. I would like to get this all done before sundown.
I agree. Let us go. I'll get up, and for a second he goes, I guess in this sense he'll just kind of chug the watered down alcohol and put it on the table.
Yeah. So you will finish up here at the you're at the Battered Hatch now. At the Battered Hatch. You've got your rooms here for the night. You'll return here after the rest of your day. And you'll make your way to the market.
As we depart the Battered Hatch, Annie will briefly stop Dinkle. Kind of give a quick tug on Dinkle's shirt. Do you find tricking a child into believing that he's dying to be funny.
You will find that the young one needs to gain his lumps.
Lump away.
Do not.
If you pull something like that again, I'll break you in half.
Oh boy.
He lets go of Dinkle very, very brusquely and strides out the door.
What a threat.
Oh, what a threat.
He will fix his clothing as you put him back down and watch you as you maybe walk away towards the market. You see him pull out his paper for a moment and write something down, and then stuff it into his pocket.
He got written up for the principal's office. He left a bad Yelp review.
So at the market, when you arrive, you see that it is in full swing here. All the people are set up for the day, vendors ready to go, and I think you all probably split or maybe go into different pairings and whatnot. Dinkle and Gus will go find what they want, that kind of deal. And as you're walking into the market, you see there's some, what would I call them? Like a poster type thing. A wood plank driven into the ground with a large piece of wood and a piece of paper on it. There's a bounty posted as you're walking into the market. This bounty poster is here on a bulletin board in front of the market. The image of the wanted criminal is a shadowy figure with a large question mark in front of a featureless face. And the thief seems to yet to be identified by the way that this is constructed. The board reads, "Wanted alive, unidentified market thief, crime, market theft accumulating to 500 gold pieces, bounty 50 gold pieces, talk to a member of Drift City Guard for more information."
Another quest.
Another one. Let me know what you want to find in the market, if there's something on your mind before you leave town. Some new clothing, some adventuring gear, that kind of stuff. Nico is going to go off and get some stuff.
I get new boots. I want to go get new boots.
New boots. If you wanted to get a full set of cold weather gear, that would come with, like, you know, boots and everything together.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
Yeah.
So cold weather gear is 10 gold.
Oh, wow. That is
Take gold is
expensive.
enough.
But it is important to have.
Thankfully, I'm a monk that doesn't need to eat or sleep or have any of the normal provisions because I'm also a metal man, so I can.
So
I don't need a lot. I just need a warm cloak. So it's the cold weather gear. Enough for warm weather gear, but
Yeah. Do you want just a cloak?
as long as it would be enough to protect him from the elements.
If you wanted to just get a cloak, you know, you could save a little money.
Yeah, the full, yeah.
You'd want the full set. Yeah. Mechanically, you want the full set. Okay. So you go and pick up some cold weather gear kits, boots, pants, you know, jackets, cloaks, maybe even hat, gloves, that kind of stuff.
Warforged can integrate, like, armor into their body, so I imagine I can probably integrate the clothing similarly.
That sounds kind of cool. Okay.
Yeah. Takes an hour, I think, to do
Okay.
so, but...
So Dinkle and Gus go off to acquire whatever they need. Nico maybe looks over at you all and is like, he'll go off on his own, and that leaves Dimitri and Aoni to pair up or do your own things. Dinkle will set. He's gonna set you up, Gus, with a snack from the market.
Yay!
He's gonna find some sort of street food of sort.
Yummy!
And set you up next to your donkey, Mucky, and he will then go about and find the things. The street food he's gonna find is actually, it's a bunch of, he brings you a bag of cookies.
I like cookies.
He says,
These are from the famous bakery in Market. I think you will like these. They might taste a bit like something at home. Here, they're called shippies.
and he hands you these, shippies, these local cookie. It's 2 shortbread cookies with some, it's like a dark berry that grows in the cold weather here in the tundras. They make that into a nice sweet jam, and then they
Yummy.
sandwich that jam between 2 of the shortbread cookies. And they are cut into the shape of ships and sails. So there's little boats and there's little sails.
Cute. I give one to Mucky.
He crunches that thing up and happily she munches that thing up. And doesn't bite you this time.
We're bonding. We're finally bonding.
Dinko will come back with a herbalist kit as well, which has the necessary things for
Very good idea.
you to clip the flowers and whatnot, and it's like,
My lord, you'll find that these tools here will assist you in our quest.
Very good. It's a good thing I always come prepared.
I must go and secure the rest.
and he'll go off after setting you up with some cookies in this kit to fiddle around with. He'll get the clothes, some rations, maybe some fresh fruit, some different things set up for your journey.
Mucky and I have already broken into all the snacks for the trip.
Yeah. And then what's the rest of the group doing? Is there anything that you want to acquire? Is there anything that you do with your time at the market?
I think Dimitri would just kind of look around and just kind of trying to memorize everything he sees, who's in the market, just having a watchful eye, and get his clothes, and that's. I think his eyes would be maybe looking for a particular item, but he knows it's not going to be here, which is probably why he wants to go to the mage.
Okay. So you're keeping an eye out and you're
Academy,
looking around.
school.
You find your clothes, you find a few different things. Yeah, you don't find the one thing that you're looking for. And you eventually, she's not looking at you. She's not, you're not like, oh, there she is, she's looking at me again. But you do come across that drow woman, and she does have the male that was with her, along with another person, a new figure that you haven't seen before. And this person is a absolute like mountain of a armored suit, like really wide, round, rotund, but very tall as well. Just this massive, full plate mail suit, this lumbering mass is with them at the market, and you see that they're talking to a vendor. She doesn't notice you, she doesn't see you, she's not watching you, but you see them.
Okay. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that. Never mind. Dimitri thinks for a moment about wanting to send a mage hand to her and try to grab some money, but he's not going to do that. But yeah, he takes note. And he tries to kind of clock like what they're wearing, what they're carrying. So he might try to get a little closer and just kind of see what's on them in terms of just like trying to prepare in case something
Okay.
happens. So
you
he's just kind of trying to
you catch a few
analyze
details. The drow, they wear the same colors. They both have studded leather armor underneath their cold weather clothing. You see daggers on the hips of the woman. You see some hand crossbows on the hip of each of the drow. You see some scimitars sheathed at the hips of the male drow. You get a clear look at their style of clothing, the colors, and all that stuff. And then you notice the big, massive dude next to them is wearing full plate, silver in color. Probably made... definitely not made here by the style of make. Stuff made in the tundras tends to have a more dwarven style. His plate mail, or not plate mail, but his full plate would have been probably made somewhere where human... This is like human made. His stature is not human though. His stature is bigger than human. But you can't see any features underneath the armor to tell you what color skin or anything there is. And they have a big glaive that they walk around with. You can tell that they're adventurers. They have adventuring packs with bedrolls, and they're buying different equipment. You notice they're buying rope, grappling hooks, some bags, some like canvas bags or burlap bags. You notice they're buying some torches, some rations. Looks like they're gearing up to go do something.
Cool. I make note of that, and as I walk away, I just kind of put my hood up and eventually make my way back.
Alright. Auni, what are you doing at the market?
After buying his cold weather gear, Auni is looking for a more detailed map for sale.
Okay. So, you will find a tent with a cartographer who has... You know, there would definitely be a map that would have all of the major cities marked, and probably some travel routes marked on it as well. Some trade routes. What that's going to cost you... It might be pretty expensive, to be honest with you.
How expensive are we talking?
Do you want the map with basic cities and trade routes?
I know Nico has a map. I'm just looking for one that's more detailed than his.
More detailed than that? So, if you're looking for one that has, like, better terrain marking and some small, like, small towns and whatnot, we're going to be looking at... So this is an average rarity map that's going to run you 20 gold.
He finds it valuable, he'll spend it.
So on your map, you're going to get not only major cities, but you're going to get landmarks, region names, trade routes, and some small towns and things. I assume that there might be one that you're looking for immediately.
North Star and also Cold Forge.
They are all on the map that he shows you that he has for sale. North Star is marked. And you get a good look at the layout of things here. You've heard of some of the cities, but you now have a location to the name. You see tucked away in the mountains up is Cold Forge, a place of a lot of intrigue and importance to you, Auni. You see the massive bridge that spans one of the continent's chunks and the markings of Bridgetown there. You also heard someone mention the Bellevilles, the bridge builders, so that's something that might cross your memory a little bit there. You see the port town in the south and kind of middle of the continent, Porty. The town itself is called Porty. There is Glacia, that is a underground city. The entrance to it is marked on the map. You see the different regions marked: Stormreach Wilds, the Crystal Glen, the Diamond Fields, and so on. And at the top of your map, you see the massive ice wall. The wall of ice and glass that is remnants of when the glass dragons ruled upon the tundras of Mordoon here. There's even the symbol of a dragon sleeping upon the wall on your map.
Alright.
You'll obviously spend some time on your own looking at it and studying it and whatnot, but from a glance, those are things you notice.
Thank you for this.
Anything else? Yeah, anything else after you buy a map?
That is pretty much all he needs and wants. Got the cold weather gear and got the map.
So you all get what you want in the market and reconvene at various points. Some of you maybe come across each other, and when you're done shopping, maybe one of you finds Augustine hanging out on his horse, or not horse, but donkey, munching on some of those shippies. I found my information on those. The baker that sells them has sourdough bread, which you probably have a few loaves of,
Donkey.
and the shippies, which are these small ship or sail-shaped shortbread biscuits that are made with honey and lemon zest, and then it is a blueberry jam in the middle. With everyone meeting back up, gathering the things you want, if you're feeling ready to go find these flowers and explore outside of the city a little bit, we will flash to you on the road going out the north gate to find some of these flowers and things. We see the group at the north gate walking on the cobblestone streets, which eventually end and become just snow and wilderness. You know that you can find these flowers to the north and on the coastline as well. And to get started, for someone to try and find these things, for you to travel and all that, I would like a nature or survival check from someone to navigate the group and lead you on this quest.
Definitely not gonna be me.
Alright,
I got survival skills.
go for it.
I will roll survival.
Yikes.
I rolled a 2 plus 3, so 5.
Yeah, 5 on the survival check is not going to be good enough. You are actually going to get the group kind of lost a little bit.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, you're going to end up leading the group a bit astray here.
I swear it's this way. It's what the map.
The longer it goes, the more I complain.
Oh boy. you have
This
your
is all
you're on
Gus's
Mucky.
fault.
You're on Mucky though. You're gonna start complaining
Mucky's feet are tired.
yeah, or the saddle is biting into your
The saddle's making me get a rash. Got a rash on me bum. I think I'm allergic to Mucky.
Is there a reason that you're leading us in circles? Is there a method to this?
I thought I was going the right way. I clearly I'm lost.
Go ahead and let me know what everyone's passive perception is as you're wandering around, kind of lost here.
9.
11.
15.
Okay, so Auni, you get the feeling. This is an interesting feeling to describe as a Warforged, but you get the feeling. I wrote here the feeling of hair on the back of your neck when you're like being watched. So maybe you have a different way of feeling that. But something is watching you from the canopy of the forest nearby.
He is a monk. His nascent kind of key energy is maybe picking up on something.
Yeah. You have that feeling, and you look around, you don't see anything obvious as to what would be watching you.
Auni will mention it.
I don't know from where, but we're being watched. I can feel it.
Dinkle will look around a bit and shrug.
I don't see anything, just trees.
I don't see anything either.
I'm unbothered and moisturized in my lane.
So Dinkle will be like,
Dimitri, perhaps you can help me look for our path. I don't think we're going the right way.
Okay, maybe I just need another set of eyes.
So Dinkle and Dimitri will put their skills together here to try and find your way. Well, good thing we have advantage because we rolled a 9 and a 12. So
Oh boy.
the 12 will be enough that Dinkle will first off say,
Okay, Dimitri, this is wrong.
and then he like looks up at the sky and then he points in the right direction. He's like,
If we are going to the coast, we need to go this way. If we need to go north,
and then he points to the north.
we need to go this way.
Right. I got my directions mix matched. Different directions. So that was my bad.
It's okay, it's okay. And did you see that?
And then he points at the snow, where you see a good splash of blood, stark against the contrasting white of the snow.
Dimitri just kind of stares at it. Blood. And just stares, shocked.
Pretty good splash. And then a trail that leads to the north and west.
And that's where we're going. Correct?
Yeah. And your memory serves you to remember
There's two.
two students that are missing or stayed out. They didn't return with the rest.
We should be on our guard. Something. The trees, the students were saying something about the trees were being weird and a big glow, and now there's blood. There were 2 students missing.
Yeah, Dinkle's nodding. His nose is big enough that it like almost whooshes in the air a little bit. And he's like,
Yes, everybody, look at this. Blood in snow, tracks, 2 people lead north. Might be missing students. They are in trouble, one of them bleeding quite a bit. We do not get paid if we do not get flowers.
I don't like this anymore. Can we go back?
It could also be just an injured animal, which is also potentially dangerous. We'll proceed, but on our guard.
And Annie starts walking.
Wait! We have to take precautions, right?
so you can clearly follow the tracks, the blood, and the tracks of 2 humanoid feet in the snow. You follow them for a good bit of time. The blood flow eventually does stop to a small trickle, and then you find just a few occasional drops. It seems like the wound was either treated or tourniqueted or whatever, and it slows down tremendously. The tracks are quite hurried through the snow. You can tell that they are running at different points, kind of sporadically. And when you round the coast and go over a small ridge, you see a large patch of flowers, a small clearing at the center of it, and from this distance you can see the shape of 2 humanoid people laying down in the center of the flowers.
That's not sus at all.
And as you round the bend of this coastline, your faces are hit with the stench of blood and death, and it smacks you in your sinuses. The trickling trail of blood has led you to a site not for the weak of constitution. You have stumbled upon a murder scene.
I throw up. All over my brand new shoes.
All over Mucky. Mucky is yucky.
I tilt my head off to the side, but it hits my shoes.
So I'll describe what you see as you get within eyesight. You find 2 apprentices lying in the blood-stained snow on their backs. Around them are the starflowers that you have seen in those botanical illustrations. You know that these are the flowers that you need to pick, and you can see that those flowers have been placed over their eyes. You can see the bloody optic nerves that are still attached to their skulls, and the frozen eyeballs are lying in the snow beside their heads, looking up to the sky. Both of the apprentices have been flayed from navel to chops via a large vertical incision. Their internal organs have been removed from their chest cavity. However, they are still attached by the sinew and connective tissues, and then placed around their bodies in a very ritualistic way. In their agape mouths, you can see something roughly round and brown has been inserted, and growing from this object is the small sprout of something growing. The entire internal anatomy of these two has been precisely removed by a sharp blade and displayed in a bloody semicircle. The only organ missing from this equation is the heart, taken, for what purpose, unknown. Each of their nostrils has a stream of fresh blood and brain matter below, frozen. It becomes clear that a sharp-pointed device was pressed through the sinuses and cracking into the bone, into the cavity behind, to scramble the brain about with a hook on the end of this device, and then removed from the skull like an egg prepared to be dyed for Easter via blowing into another circular hole at the top of the head. The brain was scrambled and then removed to be placed into each of the hands in a globby pile that is now slightly frozen and crusty. And that is where we're going to wrap up here for the night. Thank you for listening to Explorers of El Moral.
Explorers of El Moral, bound for Mordoon shore, 5 heading north through wind and frost to find ancient lovers' lore. They're chasing gold through frost and fog as gods watch from the stars. 2 runaways and 1 dumb quest for manhood, guts and scars. They fight, they freeze, they fake brave words, then run as best they can. But gods be damned, they're heading north to find what makes a man.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please make sure to like and subscribe. And check out our Patreon, YouTube, and Instagram page. See y'all next time on Explorers of El Moral.